Hi, it's Jeff with Oru Kayak. I'm here with my friend Stefania, and we're going to go over some assisted rescues today. First, we're going to do a bow rescue, and then we're going to show you how a hand of God works, and then a T rescue. The assisted rescues that we're showing you today are not to replace instruction, just to be able to give you an idea of what it is and then have a reference to remember how you go about your rescues. Looking forward to having a great day and learning how to be safe on the water. Okay, so this is a bow rescue, and with a bow rescue, Stefania, what we're going to do is I'm going to come to your aid, and I'm going to do that at the front of your cockpit here. So I'm going to try to get to where you can best utilize my boat for this rescue, and you're going to use your hands on the bow of my boat to right yourself from being upside down. So the best way to do this is have a little practice session beforehand. That's going to build some confidence, and it's also going to get you the feeling, the muscle memory of what your body needs to do. But go ahead and use my boat in that manner so that you can start to feel what it feels like to right yourself with the bow. It's not a strength thing, it's not a muscle thing. What Stefania is doing is she's using my boat as purchase, and then she's rolling the kayak by taking that right hip to the right ear. And so it's like all things in sport, it's an abdominal exercise that's going to be righting the kayak. Well, those look really good. Once you feel comfortable with that, kind of just go over the steps that would happen when you flip over, anytime you flip over on the water. And that would be, you lean forward, you're gonna sound off, you're gonna hit the boat, let someone know that you've fallen over and you need some help. And then try to sweep like this, in this manner, to feel the boat that's coming towards you. If your palms are facing the bow of the boat, that's a good way to orientate yourself, and also a good way not to get your hands smashed in between the boat who's rescuing and your boat. So those steps are going to be lean forward, sound off with hitting the side of your boat, and then what you're going to do is you're going to orientate your hands, sliding back and forth. Once you find the boat, it's really important to get that boat in front of your face. If you're back here, there's no way, you don't have the shoulder dexterity to use that boat. But if you move it, it moves really easy when it's in the water in front of your face, and then you're going to go ahead and use that boat to right yourself. So the person who's rescuing, you have to be active with your boat. You have to actively find the spot that's going to help the person you're rescuing find your boat. And if you happen to come in a little bit too hot, too fast to the person you're rescuing, then you might actually shove their boat off. You might get off to a different angle. Instead of being perpendicular, you might be off on an angle. You need to use the strokes that you have to get yourself back to perpendicular. That way you can help your rescuee the best. Nice. All right, awesome. So that was the bow rescue. We're going to go into the hand of God. Hand of God is one of the neatest rescues. The hand of God is one where the rescuee doesn't do a whole lot. They're going to flip upside down. They're going to go through the routine, lean forward, sound off, feel for that person that's coming. And once that happens, once they feel the rescuer up to the side of their boat, not coming on a perpendicular but on the side, that's kind of an idea for them to take their hands, slide them from feeling the boat, and then put them up on the cockpit rim even. Stay leaning forward. When you get to that position and I get to your boat, there's going to be a time where you're going to probably relax a little bit, because you know help is here. You know you're going to be upright in probably less than a second. And it's a really quick rescue. It's a great rescue because there's no water getting in the boat. You don't have to dump the boat, and you're right there with your your boating partner, and they get to high five you. We can have a little smile, and we have a great story to tell later on. So that's the hand of God. It's a quick rescue, and it's one of those where you think that maybe it'd be tough to do, but get into a pool, get into a calm area and practice it, and you'll be surprised. You got to lean over the person that you're rescuing's boat, and when you do that, that's going to give you the leverage to be able to push down on one side and then reach over and grab the cockpit ramp to be able to roll the boat like a log. So now we're going to go over a T rescue, and for sea kayakers, that's probably the #1 rescue you're going to use. There's a lot of times where you're just not going to be able to get to the person that you're rescuing in time. They're going to exit the boat, and when they do exit the boat, you're going to look to the person rescuing. They'll give you some instruction, but to run you through it, basically what's going to happen is you're going to exit the boat. I'm going to come up alongside on a T fashion. I'm going to grab your paddle and have you go to the stern of the boat, and from your bow, I'm going to lift, break the air pocket, get the water out of the boat. Once the water's out of the boat, roll the boat back over, and then assist you in getting into the kayak. There's a technique for that we're going to go over, but ultimately it's going to be head towards the stern of the boat and life vest up on the top deck, and then the feet will go inside the cockpit, and you're just going to corkscrew towards me, and the whole time I'm going to be stabilizing the boat, and we should get most of the water out. That avoids doing a bunch of pumping, which can be tiresome, or sponging a lot of the water out. All right, are you okay? Yeah. We're good? Go ahead and hand me your paddle, if you can. Awesome. All right, I'm gonna have you go to the stern of the boat there. Awesome, if you push down on the boat slightly, that's gonna help me break the air pocket. Awesome, that's super. What I'm doing here is I'm managing the paddles, and I'm just trying to get most of the water out. I get most of that water out, I'm gonna lift it up high. And what I'm gonna have you do is kick your feet up, and you can use your boat to get your chest up on top of that stern. Yep, you can even use my boat if you want to stabilize yourself. And you're gonna go ahead and spin your chest onto that stern and get your feet into the cockpit. You can assist your friend, and then you're just gonna corkscrew right into the boat. Awesome, nicely done.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So those are 3 assisted rescues. If you can get to your partner and they can stay in the boat, having a hand of God or the bow rescue are going to be the 2 that you're going to go to. Those are going to be the safest way to get your partner upright and not have to dump water out. The most you can stay in the boat, the better. It's going to be safer for you. It's going to be more fun. If for some reason you can't get to your partner in time, then that T rescue is what you're probably going to default to. The T rescue will have your buddy back in their boat within a minute, usually, and you can get out the remaining water either with a bilge pump or a sponge. I hope that was helpful in at least giving you the confidence that rescues are something that you can do, and that can make you safe when you're out there in the water. If you're interested in other educational videos, go ahead and check out orukayak.com, and look forward to seeing you out there on the water.